up, Insulation Pros? I'm Rob from R&E Advisors, and welcome back to the Inside Insulation podcast. This is episode 2, Marketing That Actually Works for Insulation Businesses. Let's be real. For most of the owners we talk to, marketing is one of the most frustrating parts of this business. I can't tell you how many times I hear, "We tried buying leads, ran some ads, spent a bunch of money, chased a ton of quotes, and still had weeks where the phone barely rang." Or worse, you finally have a couple busy months. You hire another guy, you rent another machine, and boom, suddenly the phone stops ringing. Now you're staring at that payroll, wondering how you're going to keep the crew working. That's what we see all the time. That's why so many owners are stuck on that roller coaster, slammed one month, dead the next. And the truth is, most of what's being sold to insulation contractors as marketing just makes it worse. And here's something else. Most of the guys out there are all fighting for the same scraps. Everybody's chasing the same low quality leads, quoting the same cheap customers, running out to the same tire kickers. It's like you're in this tiny little pool with every other competitor in town, all trying to grab the same handful of jobs. That's why it feels like you're spinning your wheels. So today, we're going to be giving you a better perspective so you can start seeing why so much of this junk marketing fails and what it really takes to keep the phone ringing, keep the schedule full, and stay off that roller coaster. Let's dive in. First, why does most marketing flop for insulation businesses? Number 1, buying junk leads. You already know this one. You pay for leads and they've been sold to every other contractor in town. You're chasing the cheapest customers. You're racing against lowballers. You waste hours quoting jobs that never had a chance. You know who we're talking about too, these pay-per-lead services. Number 2, running ads with no plan. Maybe you boosted a Facebook post. Maybe you tried Google for a month, but there's no consistency, no quality control. So the phone rings for a little while. Then it dries up again. Number 3, duct taping your own marketing together. You don't have time for this. You didn't start your business to become a marketing guy, but you end up spending hours messing with ads, trying random things, while your jobs and crews suffer. And here's a big one, getting burned by these so-called marketing agencies. We hear it all the time. An agency promises you the world, locks you into some contract, maybe it works for a couple weeks, and then nothing. But they keep billing you month after month while you're left scrambling. They don't care about your business. You're just another contractor on their list. They churn through guys left and right, taking the next one's money when you finally cancel out. We've seen it too many times. And here's the real kicker. When you do all this stuff and it doesn't work, you start losing confidence. You start thinking, maybe the market's just slow. Maybe nobody's buying right now. Maybe this is just how it is. Or worse, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. That's dangerous because when you hit that headspace, it leads to burnout fast. That's when we see good owners shut down, or worse, get buried in debt trying to buy their way out with more junk leads. So what does work? It's simple. You've got to have a way to keep good leads coming in, month after month, without having to chase it all the time. When you've got that handled, you're not wasting time and money on garbage leads. In fact, what you should be looking for are qualified opportunities. Who gives a damn about leads? Anyone can give you a lead. We're not a tip line for detectives, but for now, we'll call them leads to keep this simple. You're not running around doing free quotes for people who aren't serious. You're not sweating it when the phone slows down. You're booked steady, and more importantly, you're in control. And when the calls are coming in steady, you get to run the business how you want. You can plan your crew. You can hire with confidence. You can grow or dial it back on your terms. And let's be honest, that's what most of you want. You didn't get into this business to be messing with ads. You just want to run a solid company, make good money, and know the work is lined up. That's exactly what the strongest companies figure out. So here's the takeaway. If you're still buying junk leads or running ads one month, then turning them off, or stuck riding that roller coaster, or fighting for the same scraps as every other guy in town, or getting burned by agencies that don't deliver, it doesn't have to be like that. But it's not going to fix itself. Hoping for referrals, waiting for the busy season, hoping that roofer, builder, or HVAC friend will send you work, trying another quick ad, hiring another BS agency. It just keeps you stuck. You need a way to keep the phone ringing steady, one that works for your market and keeps running, so you're not stuck guessing what's going to happen next month. The guys who figure that out, they run stronger businesses with a lot less stress. And that's what separates them from the ones still chasing it. If this gave you something to think about, or helped you see why so much of that typical marketing just keeps guys stuck, send this episode to another contractor you know who's been dealing with the same thing. And make sure you subscribe, because next week we're talking about how to build a crew that stays. Because none of this works if you can't staff the jobs. All right, that's it for today. I'll catch you on the next one.